It's hard to imagine a world without the internet, but it was only 30 or so years ago that the digital world as we now know it came to life. It's even harder to imagine a time without the latest iPhone, our social media feeds, and artificial intelligence tools such as ChatGPT. But with all that online presence and technological capability comes the risk of harm. Join me for this short taster lecture about revenge pornography, an ever-increasing local and global problem. I'm Samantha Keene, a senior lecturer in criminology at Te Herenga Waka, Victoria University of Wellington. Today, I'm going to explore how technology can shape experiences of harm, the changing landscape of victimisation in the online world, the gendered nature of contemporary online harms, and the challenges involved in responding to harms such as revenge porn. As I move through this content, I want to acknowledge that this may be confronting to hear. This might be something that you, or those close to you, have personal experience of. If this is the case, I want you to know that this is not your fault. It should not have happened. And there are a range of supports available for you to access, if you'd like to talk. Revenge porn is a pressing problem that has affected celebrities, sports stars, politicians, and people like you and me across the world. Revenge porn is often used as a catch-all term to refer to intimate visual content that is uploaded and shared without the consent of the person in the images. It might also be used to refer to images where the person has not consented to explicit photographs or videos being taken at all. While the term revenge porn is an easy, umbrella term, there are many problems with framing the non-consensual sharing of intimate images in this way. Firstly, it assumes that the motivation for sharing images is revenge. This can imply that the victim is somehow responsible for the harm that has been done to them, which is not the case at all. Secondly, calling this form of offending pornography suggests that there's something sexy or attractive involved with sharing someone's images without consent. There isn't. Finally, the term revenge porn neglects to link this type of offending to what it is, a form of sexual violence. For these reasons, it is more appropriate to refer to this type of harm as image-based sexual abuse, and this is the term I'll use from here on in. In New Zealand, research by NetSafe in 2019 found that 5% of adults have experienced image-based sexual abuse, with young adults under the age of 30 most likely to be victimised in this way. These cases are likely the tip of the iceberg, with much crime that takes place in our communities never coming to the attention of authorities. This research is also now 6 years old, and given how quickly technology is changing, it's likely that these reported figures are now underestimates. There are few certainties in criminology, but one of them is that crime is gendered. Image-based sexual abuse is a gendered form of victimisation. In the NetSafe research I just referred to, women were more likely to report that their images were non-consensually shared by an ex-partner. It is important to acknowledge that these experiences may form part of a broader pattern of violence or control in an intimate relationship. Aotearoa has one of the highest rates of violence against women in the OECD. 1 in 3 women experiences violence in her lifetime. Against this backdrop, we are right to be concerned about the likelihood of technology being used as an extension of violence in intimate relationships. The harms that arise from image-based sexual abuse are many and can be devastating for victims. Victims often report feeling fearful and ashamed about what has happened, socially isolated, judged by others, and experience negative impacts on their physical and mental health. Because of the harms that occur from image-based sexual abuse, it is important that there are a range of mechanisms available to support victims of this type of offending. Currently, the law has provisions to respond to cases of image-based sexual abuse when they arise through the Harmful Digital Communications Act. The purpose of the Harmful Digital Communications Act is to deter, prevent, and mitigate harm caused to people by digital communications. While this act is an important legislative response to image-based sexual abuse that happens in New Zealand, how does this act work when the person causing harm isn't based here? How might agencies police transnational crimes facilitated by technology? While legislative options are important, many cases of image-based sexual abuse are never reported to authorities. This means that it's critical that support is made available for victims of image-based sexual abuse in the community, and attention must be given to preventing image-based sexual abuse from occurring in the first place. Thankfully, As much as technology can be used for harm, it can also be an awesome resource for finding help and support for either yourself or someone that you know. If you'd like to learn more about the support available for people who have experienced image-based sexual abuse, check out these places. The more you know about the problem, the more it can be tackled. By studying criminology as part of your Bachelor of Arts at Te Herenga Waka, Victoria University of Wellington, you'll be helping shape future responses to digital harms, making the online world a safer place for us all.